Y'all jumped out here, start partying. No monitors? Now, this is not criticism. I'm pointing out real truth in your face while it's happening to you. How long are we going to sit back and allow incompetence to rule? When I step on this stage, I want excellence. This is an EAW system. EAW is one of the strongest systems in the world. I've played on EAW systems for years, since I began. I know exactly how they're supposed to sound. Excellence. I'm not better than anybody here. I'm not better than the sound people. But I am different. When I get on the mic, I'm not half-assing you. I'm not mediocring you. I'm not giving you 50% of me so I can run out of here. When I'm here, I'm here. Competence. Do you know what you're doing? Just because you're head of the FBI don't mean you know what you're doing. College students, this is so important for you because this begins your lesson in hip-hop. Hip-hop begins on excellence. Africa Bambaataa showed the excellence. He passed the writing exam, went to Africa, came back, and told all the gangs in New York City, it's over. You know how much power you gotta have on the streets to do that? Savage Skulls, Savage Nomads, Young Skulls, like 35 different gangs in New York. One guy comes back to New York and says, you know what? It's over. Ain't no more gangs in New York. It's now called Zulu Nation. And this is what we doing. Peace, love, unity, and having fun. Those principles went up against incompetence. What was incompetence? Start with Ronald Reagan. Complete incompetence. Conservatives like to hold him up. Republicans, whatever they call people themselves these days, these political parties like to hold up Ronald Reagan. Reagan is the father of conservatism. His views now. Let me tell you the truth about Reagan real quick. Because this has to do with incompetence. You all are students. Google Iran-Contra. Google that. And I can skip over it for here. Just Google it, you'll find out where crack cocaine comes from. Ronald Reagan did a job on the United States of America, and you guys are paying for it. Here's the truth. Truth hurts, but it's good. When you get to your graduation this year, or whatever year, and they hand you your receipt, your degree, you're going to completely understand what building you're in, what's the purpose of the building, and what you're supposed to do with the receipt after you've received it. I'm only here to shed truth. This is hip-hop. We ain't afraid of nobody. At the end of the day, if you don't know what you are doing, it don't matter. You can have an MA, PhD, BA, BSA, what? It don't even matter. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to continue the incompetency of the United States of America. This is the point to your education. You are getting educated so that you know what you're doing. There's people in this university teaching you every day and don't know what they're doing. Once you realize what the game is, you win. Here's the game. Competence versus incompetence. Hip-hop came up with a new way to express music, a new way to express art. They told us in 1970, let me give you an accurate year, 74. No, let me even be more accurate. 1981, 2020. There's a news show called 2020. 1981, 2020 comes on. They say there's a new phenomenon in America. It's called hip-hop. And they show b-boys breaking. And they call them break dancers because they dance to the breaks of records. 2020 labeled us that. We never called ourselves break dancers. We called ourselves b-boys, b-girls, or breakers. Popping and locking is not the same things. Popping comes from, let me get this right. Because I'm thinking Fred Rerun Berry would be classed as one of the fathers of locking. And he's from Los Angeles. Poppin' is from Fresno, California. Poppin' is not locking. They're two different cultures. Two different styles of people did that. Up rocking, windmilling, the spider, that's East Coast. When you know the difference between East Coast, West Coast, South, New York, Philadelphia, Boston, you are competent. So many people are engaged in hip-hop. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to use it. Incompetent. They're in our culture, they're rapping, but they don't know what they're doing. So just like this band played so eloquently, but they played without monitors, that made them more excellent. Hear what I'm saying? Hear what I'm saying? When you could play without what you need to be excellent, that's when you rise to excellence. If you have everything you need to succeed, you will never be excellent. Ever, never. You'll just do well because you had what you needed. But when I stepped on this stage, there were no monitors here. That's a violation. But however, the band played anyway. And they gave it their all. And they rocked y'all like this with no monitors. That is called hip-hop. That act. That event. Hip-hop is not rapping. It's not DJing. It's not dancing. It's an event. Hip-hop just happened up here. And I want to point it out to you. It just happened. The band played, and they didn't have what they needed. 1970s. Nobody will give us a recording contract. They say we can't sing. All we do is talk. Rap, that's all y'all do. That ain't real music. We said, okay, we're going to do our own thing over here in the corner. So hip hop, hip hop, you know, stop. Now we over here in our own world doing our own thing. Here come the mainstream. Wow, you, out of all these people in this room, you, we're going to make you the star for everybody. But wait a minute.